This is for YouTube right here. So, all right, guys, this is the second one. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't already. That's right there. Actually, sorry. YouTube right here. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks for the game, man. No problem, Jim. No problem. So this is the second game. If you missed the first game, that's okay. You can catch it on the YouTube, which is definitely right there. We're going to have both of these videos for YouTube. So this is the second one. This is the second video, or the second game we're going to analyze tonight with Simon Williams, the Ginger GM, Grandmaster Simon Williams. Excuse me. So he's very, very strong. Very, very strong, as we know. And I won the first game. So then as soon as I won the first game, he rematched me. And I'm like, oh, me? Absolutely, Mr. Simon Williams, Mr. Spicy Chess himself. Let's go. So absolutely, I had to. There was no other option. You have to play him a second game. So I played him a second game. And here's the second game in this sequence of two games that I played him. What was the time control? It was 3-0. It was actually 3-0 on chess.com. On chess.com, it was sometime last year, but I was just like, you know, in the pool. And then I got paired. And I'm like, oh, snap. I'm about to play Simon Williams. So you just recognize who you play it and respect it. So definitely, I'm like, well, let's play this man. I won the first one. And then he sent me a rematch. So then I'm like, all right, let's go. So here we go. I got the white pieces. I go e4. Then he goes e6. I'm like, oh, French. Okay, I know this stuff. French, yeah, easy. e4, e6. I go d4, easy. He goes a6. I was like, okay, what are you doing? Second game, he did something very similar. I mean, first game. So I'm like, what is this? Well, I was like, well, this one, I'm not going to play a4. But then I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to play a4. And I played a4. I literally did. Because I was like, well, we might try to b5. b5. Simon plays some very weird stuff. Sometimes. Of course, his Black Lion is super strong. The way he plays the Dutch, all the other stuff is like monstrous. But even like this stuff that we don't even know what he's going to do. So I'm like, it makes you play different too, basically. So you're not playing what you're used to. a4, he goes b6. So I go knight to c3, bishop b7, bishop to d3 to defend. And then he goes bishop b4. And then I realized, oh, snap. So if you ever played the Owens defense, if you ever played against the Owens defense, that's what this is. It looks like an Owens defense, and those are annoying. Those are very annoying to face. I'm going to be honest, an Owens defense. So a lot of times you get in trouble with this pawn due to this bishop being here. But unfortunately, I played a4 already. So a3 is not an option. So honestly, in a way, with me playing a4, he kind of tricked me into a better side, or a good Owens defense where he can play bishop b4 here. And if you don't know how to play against the Owens defense, a lot of people go knight f3, they get in trouble after knight f6 and d5 and e5, and there's all this pressure on c3. Not what you really want. And I already know this because I faced this so many times and I hate playing against it. So what do you do as white here, guys? After bishop to b4, it's white to move. What do you do? Knight f3, knight e2, bishop d2, or something else. Queen g4 from Chess Tricks. Knight e2 from Zax. Knight e2 and f3, actually. Okay. Cool. Here we go. I went knight e2. I went knight e2. Knight a2. Yep, knight e2. And knight f3 I've played so many times. That's why I went knight e2 a lot of times. Because I have a system that I actually use here that honestly, it works almost every time. Almost every single time you get a very... I've gotten frustrated of losing to the Owens defense a lot. So I started playing different stuff myself. Because I got tired of this. I got tired of them doing the same thing. And I'm like, what is this opening? Why do they keep winning? Why do I keep getting stuff like this? So I figured out a way to do this. So honestly, I was already comfortable here. Because I know my next few moves are not usual. Especially if they go for their usual thing. Which, fortunately for me, he did. So he went knight e7. Usually they go knight f6. But he went knight e7. But I know he's going to castle this way. So after I castle, he castles, and then now what do you do as white here? What do you do? How do you feel? What do you do? F pawn from presence, bishop f4 from vibe. Bishop g5 from Sneaky Pete. Here we go, guys. This is what I chose, actually. I went knight to g3. I've been doing this little system for a long time. And this works very nicely. Knight to g3, it throws them off quite a lot. I'm not, you know, I'm not saying this is like the strongest ever, but what I always do is knight to g3, and my queen's already open. I don't know where I want to put her yet, but f4 and f5, it assists right here. This knight's usually helping a lot. And sometimes you'll see that they'll take here, and you can eventually play c4, d5, use this bishop too. That's long term, but not really realistic all the time. So queen g4, f4, and f5, this stuff gets really scary. Really scary actually for black here. So I went knight to g3, trusting in what I do there all the time. I've had great success with this, and he does take on c3. So obviously I take back. Now the bishop's open for lines. If I have to, I can play c4, try to play d5, and open the bishop up that way on this diagonal. But I also have all this open space to go to work in, and I am dangerous when you give me space and tactics. So b takes c3. He goes d6 here. And now you have a series of moves, guys. You got a lot of moves here. We got knight h5, queen g4, or h5, or f4, or f3, or whatever you want to do, honestly. Not to say that you're winning, because there's a lot of work to do in any case, in any kind of even initiative or small advantage. What do you have to do here? White to move. Caballito says queen g4. Rookie 1 from Sneaky Pete. Lots of thoughts. This is not a super easy move, right? I mean, in a way it is. Rookie 1, queen g4. I actually did settle for queen g4, Caballito. Queen g4, because it just feels good here. It feels very good here, and I have aspirations of like queen h4. I mean, e5 is coming, f4, f5, knight h5. I just put the queen here just to see what happens. Bishop, and he went knight to g6 here. Knight to g6, and then I followed up with f4 because I'm like, it's just time to do this stuff. I know queen h4 is coming because when you have pressure on you, you have to relieve the pressure, and a good way to do that is to actually trade. So you went queen to h4. Now I have a few moves here. I got queen f3 or queen e2. Which one are you doing? You know, everyone in the chat that knows me know that I am not taking this queen because I don't have to. Queen first, then match the f pawn. It says T-Serp. Queen e2 from Presence. Well, we know I didn't take the queen. Absolutely not. I'm not into trading like if I don't have to, right? So queen f3. So the problem with queen f3 was f5 because now this is definitely going to be broken up, and I really wasn't a fan of that. So I did choose queen to e2 here. Queen e2, and guess what he did? f5 anyway. Now at this point I was like, okay, something's wrong. Something feels wrong in his pieces. Something feels a little bit loose. A little bit loose as in like, I just don't think that's a real move. I don't think that's a move for some reason. So at this point, I sat back and I thought for a second. This is 3 minute, you know, three minutes for both sides, but it's tough. What do you do? Now what do you do? F5, and I have to do something. Do I take it? D5, bishop a3, rook b1. Takes and queen e6, says Caballito. That's correct. I'm just taking this. He took back, but I didn't go queen e6. I took here first. I just took knight takes f5, just to be active. And if I have to, I can go g4 later on. I mean, that's very risky. I'm into that kind of chess anyway, though. But g4, g5. So watch what happens. He goes queen f6. He goes queen f6, guys. And this is why I didn't do anything else, is because when I take this pawn, I gotta have. I'm not trying. I don't want to play slow play. So if I do like bishop takes and like knight to c6 and stuff, this is still coming here, which I'm still like winning technically. It's just it feels like it's gonna take a little longer. I wanted everything into the game. After queen f6, I played a very interesting move here. A very interesting move. What do you do for white? Now you can say any move you like here, but I definitely did something interesting. Lewis List says a3. My bishop can definitely go to a3. I do have bishop a3. g4. g4 and queen g5. Those are very good ones. Actually, I think you mean queen g4. But I actually did the first one, g4. Like I just went g4. But g5 is really nice too, because after the queen moves somewhere, I have like h4, h5, even queen h5. But this is scary. I just gotta be aware of this at all times. Yeah, bishop c4. I really can't get that in because d5. But he went knight d7. I went g5. I don't know why he didn't go queen f7. I just don't know why he didn't go queen f7 here. I thought he could do that. I really did. After queen f7, not that I'm lost here, but I'm like, okay, I need some stuff to do. Maybe c4, because this might be for real. So I might need to go here. And then I think he gets the rook in the game. But then this is funny too, because if you move this knight, I may have mate. I may. This is like weird. My bishop comes maybe here, and then I come to the file too. This is a very interesting game. Very interesting game here, but especially with me, and this was not necessary for me to do, but sometimes like it's fun to do this stuff, and it's strong. So let's see what happened. g5, queen d8. I went bishop to d2. He went queen to e8. Do you think I captured this queen? If I didn't, where did I put this queen? Forex traders like, no, I don't trade queens if I don't have to. Queen h5. That was wrong for some reason. I forgot. Queen h5 was wrong. Maybe not. But I did go queen g4. I just didn't want to test it. I went queen g4. Got out the way. He went bishop to e4. And at this point, I'm like, that's not a move. You just can't do that move. So I went rook a to e1 because this is automatic. And here, I thought he was just going to play d5. I thought he was going to play d5. And here I'm like, okay, I'm feeling great about my position here. I'm feeling really good about my position. But I can't do too much. Like, even if we go here, like, okay, I've lost my attacking chances now. Like, this is kind of dead. I'm going to have to go for this. And maybe I can win this in-game kind of thing. Like, it's still a lot of work to do, to say the least. A lot of work to do. But rook a to e1. He surprised me and took on d3. It was one of those, oh, snap. Oh, my goodness. You know, it was like very loud. And I heard every snap of this bishop when he took it. And it's on chess.com. So it was very loud when he took this. Bishop takes d3. And I was like, wow, that's compensation. What kind of compensation are you getting for it? I'm a Jedi. Very good stuff. Thanks for the follow, T-Cert. So he took on d3, and I was like, oh, I might be either I'm about to lose this, or, you know, maybe he's brilliant. Like, we'll see what's up. So I could have also taken this. At the end of the day, if it doesn't work, I can also just take this bishop. But he took on d3. He took on d3. Obviously, I took the queen here, but then I realized that he messed up. Spicy chess indeed. Oh, he loves spicy chess. Absolutely. That's why I'm a fan of this too. That's why I like this game so much. He took on f5, and when I made my move, I was so excited. I didn't know what to do. When I saw this, I was like, bishop takes f5, dang. What do I have to do? It's white to move. What do you do? Queen takes f5 from Caballito. Tell the truth, were you playing Cortez? No, I was not. Take the bishop. Rook takes f8. So I was waiting for that. That's wrong, actually, Red. Rook takes f8, which is it is a move. It is a move. And I think, honestly, I think it ends up being almost the same. But, you know, because it kind of is the same, I think. Because, and I think I should actually do take Rook. Rook takes f8. I actually play Queen takes f5. But check this out. He gets an extra rook. And I get this knight, too. So it was either this position or it was this position, which he has. He still has the extra rook. So it's like 4 pieces here, and it's like still kind of weird. Or it would be this position, and I actually get the extra piece in the end. So now it's 3, and that's what I went through. So I actually end up getting an extra piece in the end. But that was tough. I was like, oh snap. So look at this sequence again. That's pretty cool. I think he should have went queen f7 right here. G5, queen f7 would have been a little bit better, I think. And then I would have to go into some other lines, but it just was hard. It was tough. But he went queen d8, which helped out because now the connection, it takes longer to connect the rooks. Take on d7, but it's not over yet. Knight h4. I need something to do here. He's still fighting me. He's still going to fight. I go f5. He goes rook to e2. Because I'm like, okay, he has to do something. And I need something to do myself here. I need something to do. So white to move, guys. You got a lot of moves here. You're feeling good about white. Okay, you do have the queen. But you still got work to do. So what do you do? Why you didn't take your queen? I would have taken it. Oh, that's a great question. Let's go back. So he can't take the queen. So here, rook takes is pinned. It's pinned, so he can't take this queen. And here is white's move. Right here in this position is white's move. He said, I want to be wrong. See, there it is. Yeah, here it is, bro. He can't take the queen. That's why he can't take it. The rook's pinning the rook to the king. So knight h4, f5, rook e2, f6. Correct. JMP and Popcorn. You're correct. f6. He takes on f6. And of course, because f6 is mate. So that's why this is here. I think rook f7. Was that a move? I don't remember. What's wrong with this move? Rook f7, I think maybe queen g4. Check there. Oh, yeah. Checked here and check. Oh, man. That was there. And that's mate too. Yeah, that would have been good. Black to resign because mate in 20 moves. Correct. See, I said that already. Good job. Okay, you really break down positions. I'm digging this. Thanks, T-Sir. Appreciate it. This is what we always do. So back to this. I played f6 and g6 is mate. So this is forced. So pawn takes. I took here. He played rook g2. I moved out the way because I have to. He played king h8. And then I played bishop h6. And then I stared at the phone real hard. Because I was playing on my phone. 2 games against Ginger GM. And I played on my phone. So I was playing on my phone. Won the first one. And the second one, I'm just staring at the phone real hard. Like, I'm about to win. I'm about to take the second one. And honestly, he resigned here. But I was like, oh my goodness, I just beat the Ginger GM a second game. Oh my goodness. Bro, call everybody in my family right now. I don't even play chess. I know, but I just beat him. And so, it was great. It was great. And that was it. That's how I went. Here we go. Owen's defense. I get out the way. Knight g3. I play this against this opening in particular all the time. All the time. Because I had so many problems playing it the regular way that it just didn't make sense. Like knight f3. I would always have problems putting this knight on f3. And this was so annoying. So I was like, man, let me just start. You know, sometimes you just start experimenting. And I was like, this works. So I kept playing it and it worked. I played against Ginger GM and it worked. It worked. So what is this opening? This opening for black is called the Owens defense, but actually this started as a French defense. So it's actually labeled as the French defense Saint George defense. That's what it's labeled as. Your games are just IM level. Oh, thanks, Siddharth. Appreciate it. This is wild. Quiet moves win games. That's right. That's right, bro. Try it. Quiet moves win games. Correct. I like that. You know, I like quiet moves. I like tactics. I like all of them. But knight to g3, I'm a big fan of it. I have his French defense video. That makes sense. That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense here. So that's the second game, and this is going on YouTube. So thank you guys for watching.